Hello, and welcome to part 4 of my walkthrough of the 1996 Sierra adventure game based on the series by Arthur C. Clarke and Gentry Lee, Rama. I am your host, the Dark Master 13, or the True Master, depending on where you are watching this video. And I apologize for my voice, as I have currently come down with a cold. Now, I feel as though I should offer a little more information about London and the cities in general before proceeding. On the plains of Rama, there are a number of large structures called cities by the astronauts. Each city is given a name of a large city on Earth, such as London. In this adventure game, you explore 2 of these cities. These cities and the 2 layers you visit in the second half of the game are almost like dungeons you'd often play in role-playing games. Most of the puzzles in Rama are in these mock dungeons, or are to get into these mock dungeons. Alright, with that in mind, I'll show you the secondary function of your ARM computer. The map function. This function is useful for when you're exploring the different cities, as it slowly fills in with more and more of the areas as you explore. Gives you an idea of the scale, what's going on, where you are, and even has a friendly little "Here you are" sign on it. Let us continue our trek down into London. Of course, we have one more puzzle lock we need to open. These are essentially complete the shape puzzles. Based on the keys that you find, this is the most often thing that will be slowing you down during the first part of the game. This one needs circular shapes of different numbers of centerpieces, or inner circles. I have one without inner circles, and that is the one that fits into this final slot. The other one is a slightly different shape. It's a number of inner lines with number of circles within squares, and then the center one has a varying number of inner lines. In this case, I want one with only one inner line rather than 2. That's between the 2. And that opens the door. I got the first one that I got into the city from the very start from Otto Heilmann's locker, and I got these 2, one from the centipede biot that was walking by, and the other from inside this room in London. As we move down the walkway, we come into a much larger room than the last one. You can take a look around it if you want. You can see the large pit down the center. But when we open the map, we get a real idea of what the variance in scale is. As we look down the pit down the center, we see a number of walkways, a number of different things down there, some fluids, and this is what Arthur C. Clarke would colorfully call the Ramen Dump. It is the underground waste disposal site that Sabatini and Reggie Wilson were looking for. And now we see our first operational mantis biot. It, of course, exits a door that we can never open, so it's a dead-end sort of thing. And it activates an elevator for us. Its sole purpose here is to demonstrate to us how we operate that elevator. Not much else. And over here I'll just grab this little cube. Now, I know I need a red light to activate this elevator. Fortunately, my Swiss Army knife has a light function. Unfortunately, that is white light. Luckily for me, I happen to have a clear red shard in my inventory that I can shine the light through and get the right color for both the activation of the elevator and to lower it. This isn't the first red gem I used to activate this elevator in my first playthrough, but it is the easiest one to get. And now we are down at the bottom of the trash pit. What a pleasant thought that is. Down here we see more of those red puzzle lock keys that we've been using up until now. These ones are unfortunately covered in gunk. We will of course need these, but first we will have to clean them off. Oops. Yes, the only real purpose of coming down here is to pick these items up. After we got them, we just go back up the elevator. And there's the door we can't open. Now we'll go over to the other side of the pit where there's a door we actually can open from this side. And here you see all those trash bins that were next to the trash biots back out on the plains before. This is proof that we are in fact in the ramen trash pit. I just have to solve one more puzzle lock now, using the key that I got from the big wheel. The puzzle does not kindly present me with the one that I want. I'm going to put 2 of the wrong keys in to make it so that it switches to a different puzzle. And now it gives me the one I want. Excellent. This place used to really scare me when I went into it. Partially that was because of the music. Partially it was because I was pretty young. But mainly it'll be because of something you see soon. Up until now we've seen the biots, but we never really knew what they were for. This demonstration will correct that. Up until now, we knew what the trash and crab biots were for, but we didn't know what the others were. The centipede biot. Its purpose is to repair broken biots and keep them all in working order. The crab biot, of course, is for trash collecting and keeping the ship in a nice, clean order. The mantis biot's purpose is maintenance, repair, and construction, which just leaves the spider biot and crane biot.
I don't like the looks of that.
Puck just expressed his distress at this situation. Indeed, the spider biot would be all too happy to demonstrate his purpose on you if you try and touch the things behind him. Fortunately, over here, we can demonstrate the use of the crane biot. With a green laser, the crane biot carries out its sole purpose: to lift spider biots into the air and to render them harmless to you. And with that, we can take the item behind the spider biot and flip on the monitor there. This monitor directs us to a location we haven't been yet, but if we had been there at this point, it would have simply directed us to this monitor. We can't use it for its true purpose until we've turned this monitor on. And with that, I have now completed the entirety of the puzzles and items in London, which also concludes part 4 of this walkthrough. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll tune in again next time, when the major turning point of the game occurs, and we get some grave news.